Russia's nuclear bombers are burning again. Engels-2, home to Tu-95s, Tu-160s, the aircraft that rain missiles on Ukrainian cities, struck overnight by Ukrainian drones, 600 kilometres from the front line. At the same time, the Kremlin announced its naval nuclear forces are in full combat readiness. Ukraine is hitting Russia's bombers. Russia is reminding the world what those bombers carry. Russia's nuclear bombers are burning again. Hundreds of kilometers from the battlefield, one of Moscow's most important strategic air bases has reportedly come under another Ukrainian drone attack. As flames rise over Engels-2, the Kremlin is responding not with silence, but with a warning that its nuclear forces are ready for combat. Russia's strategic Engels-2 airbase in Saratov Oblast was reportedly struck overnight on July 16th in what appears to be another long-range Ukrainian drone attack deep inside Russian territory. Russian telegram channels and local media reported explosions over the cities of Engels and Saratov, followed by fires at the military airfield. Videos shared by residents appeared to show drones flying low over the city before multiple blasts were heard. Other footage showed flames burning in the area of the airbase. Russian outlet Astra reported that its analysis of publicly available footage confirmed a fire at the Engels military installation. The extent of any damage to aircraft, ammunition depots, or military infrastructure remains unclear. The Kyiv Independent said it could not independently verify the reports, while Ukraine's military has not yet commented. Located nearly 600 kilometers from Ukraine's front line, Engels-2 is one of Russia's most strategically important air bases. It houses the 184th Heavy Bomber Aviation Regiment and the 121st Guards Heavy Bomber Aviation Regiment, operating Tupolev Tu-95, Tu-22, and Tu-160 strategic bombers. These aircraft have repeatedly been used to launch long-range missile strikes against Ukrainian cities. The base has previously been targeted by Ukrainian drones. In March 2025, a major strike reportedly triggered large secondary explosions after an ammunition storage facility caught fire. As reports of the latest attack emerged, the Kremlin issued a fresh warning about Russia's military capabilities. Speaking to Russian state news agency RIA Novosti on July 15th, presidential aide and head of Russia's Maritime Collegium, Nikolai Patrushev, declared that Russia's naval strategic nuclear forces remain in full combat readiness.
The Russian Navy is capable of ensuring the country's security across all maritime and oceanic theatres under any scenario. Our naval strategic nuclear forces maintain a state of full combat readiness. Russia is prepared to defend its national interests both near its borders and in various regions of the global ocean. The Navy was taking into account all threats posed by potential adversaries in planning its development strategy through the year 2050, including its long-term shipbuilding strategy.
The reference to the fleet's nuclear readiness comes about 2 months after Russia conducted large-scale exercises involving its nuclear forces from May 19 to 21. The drills included naval, land-based, and aerial forces. Russia's Northern and Pacific fleets took part in the exercises, which featured 73 surface ships and 13 submarines, according to the Russian Defense Ministry. 8 of the submarines were reportedly armed with strategic missiles. Despite the nuclear posturing, President Volodymyr Zelensky said Moscow had recently received an unequivocal message from China that the use of nuclear weapons was not an option. As Ukraine pushes its drone campaign ever deeper into Russian territory and Moscow responds with increasingly forceful nuclear messaging, the battle is no longer confined to the front lines. It is becoming a contest of strategic reach, deterrence, and escalation, with each side seeking to shape the next phase of the war. Ukraine has launched another long-range drone campaign deep inside Russian territory, targeting key oil refineries and energy infrastructure in what appears to be a sustained effort to disrupt Russia's fuel production and military logistics. Overnight into July 13th, Ukrainian media reported explosions and a major fire at the Gazprom Neftekhim Salavat refinery in Russia's Bashkortostan region, nearly 1,400 kilometers from the Ukrainian border. Videos circulating on social media showed towering columns of black smoke rising from one of Russia's largest petrochemical complexes, which processes more than 7 million tons of crude oil annually, accounting for roughly 2.7% of the country's refining capacity. The facility had previously been targeted twice in Ukrainian drone attacks in September 2025. According to RBC Ukraine, local residents reported multiple drone strikes on the refinery before fire and smoke engulfed parts of the complex. Bashkortostan Governor Radik Habirov acknowledged the attack. Speaking to the Kyiv Post, he said,
"A mass attack by enemy UAVs on the industrial zone in the city of Salavat had been repelled. A number of smoke sources caused by falling debris from downed drones have been reported. Emergency services have begun addressing the aftermath. Sufficient personnel and resources are available. There are no casualties."
At the same time, drones also struck the Afipsky oil refinery in Krasnodar Krai, one of southern Russia's largest refining facilities. Russian regional authorities confirmed that drone debris ignited a fire, while Ukrainian telegram channel Krymsky Veter reported a massive blaze following explosions around midnight. Ukraine's general staff later confirmed both operations.
The Gazprom Neftekhim Salavat oil refining complex in the Republic of Bashkortostan was hit. A strike on the facility was confirmed, followed by a fire on the enterprise's premises. The extent of the damage is being assessed.
The Ukrainian military also confirmed a successful strike on the Afipsky refinery.
A fire was recorded at the facility. The extent of the damage and the results of the strike are being clarified.
Meanwhile, in occupied Crimea, Russian-installed Sevastopol governor Mikhail Razvozhaev said drone attacks targeted the city's energy infrastructure, triggering power outages across multiple districts.
The attack targeted the city's energy infrastructure, causing power outages across several areas. A special regime has been introduced at energy facilities.
Ukrainian monitoring channel Crimean Wind suggested the outages may have resulted from a strike on the Balaklava thermal power plant, though that claim has not been independently verified.